Hello again and welcome to another Horror Shots Reviews. Yes, I'm back with doing some movie reviews. I'm going to do them sporadically when I can, when I feel like it. That sort of thing is not going to be a common thing, kind of like a special treat for the channel. Speaking of which, if you do like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe and comment and all that sort of fun stuff. It really helps the channel out. Today I'm going to be reviewing a film called Between the Darkness. Now, Between the Darkness has yet to get a full release, but it will be released later on this month, I believe, in the digital streaming form. You can check out all their information in the link in the description and see what's going on with that. It was also sent to me as a screener, so this is a review before release, so it's going to be spoiler free. That's all you need to know. No spoilers here in terms of the movie. But what is Between the Darkness? Well, it's about a family who are kind of grieving in their own sort of way. It can be called a coming-of-age tale. It can be called a spiritual or kind of supernatural style film. And it does follow the lines of what Hereditary has laid down in that sort of rustic guerrilla feel, very raw in terms of how it's delivered. The film centers on this family, as I mentioned, who are grieving the loss of a loved one. And they do it in their own special way, as they are kind of special people. Now, these people do believe in a sort of religion, you could call it. They are pagans, and they believe in the old gods, if you will, or the Greek gods, the pantheon. And they each have their own individual one, and this one happens to have their own specific one. I don't want to name it in case of spoilers. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, but I don't want to give out any details I don't have to. Now, the film is an independent film, but is very well done. The production value on it is very, very high. Now, it's shot in the woods, somewhere in a cabin sort of setting, which gives it a great feel, gives it a great atmosphere. And that's what I would describe this movie as. It's an atmospheric sort of thrill ride through human psyche and spirituality. Ultimately, it is a horror movie, so you can expect some scares and imagery, and that's where the film really shines. The film really shines when you get to see the camera work and the cinematography. As a photographer myself, I really appreciate when scenes look good. Like I said, you kind of get that guerrilla handheld camera style every once in a while, and that really adds to the effect. It really adds to the atmosphere of the film. The characters in the film are fantastic. They're well written and they're very well performed. Even though the cast isn't super well known, it does have some star power. It does have Lou Temple from, I believe he was in The Devil's Rejects. And it also has Danielle Harris, famed for her Halloween appearances. So you can see that there are some Rob Zombie elements in this as well. But back to the plot. I kind of got off topic there, went on a tangent. The plot itself is nothing super groundbreaking, but nothing is today anyway. So it's about how you present it. And like I said, it does follow in that sort of hereditary footsteps about a family. And it kind of has a feel of Kevin Smith's Red State as well, in the sense that they're kind of like the Westboro Baptist Church. They have that feel of very conservative, sort of fear the outsiders mentality. And that's where the film does draw its strength. Very small cast. I think there was only, in the credits, 8 cast members, and 3 of them have about 45 seconds to 2 minutes of screen time. As I mentioned, Danielle Harris, fantastic in it. She's great in everything she does. She doesn't get to show off her Scream Queen chops as much as she does in, say, the Halloween movies, but she's still there. She plays her role, and she plays it very well. She's just lovely. I love Danielle Harris. But the guy who really stole the show for me was Lou. He really portrays that character of a loving father that you can really empathize with. You can sympathize with his pain and how he's trying to get through to his kids and really be a great dad to them, all through this grief-stricken time in their life. And of course, as the film does go on, the plot changes and the plot thickens, if you will, and his character does begin to show cracks, and these cracks are still very human. He wants to do what's best for him, for his religion, for his kids, for his beliefs and his spirituality, but he's got to fight. He's got demons inside of him that he's got to fight back, and you can tell that the man is very into that role, and he does a very good job being that father figure and then transforming into something else as the film goes on. There's a couple of small kids in it as well. They play Sprout and Percy, or Perseus, as you can see, the Greek pantheon sort of thing coming into play there. Very, very good actors for their ages. The kids are played by Nicole Maria Sherman. She plays Sprout, and Tate Birchman, who plays Percy. Nicole kind of struggles with the sad scenes, the crying scenes, but that's to be expected. You can't expect a kid of like 11, 12, 13 years old, however old she actually is, to break out the tears. it's not easy to do on demand, and you can't blame her. Tate plays his role very well as well. He's a creepy kind of OCD or paranoid kid who has his role, and he plays it just like Danielle does very well. She gets her moment and she takes it. Same with Tate. He does what he needs to do, and his role in the end is a very important one, and you can't take that away from him. As I said, Nicole kind of struggles with the sad scenes, but she's very, very good in all the other scenes she's in. She's very believable as this kind of curious, lost, and growing girl. That's where the coming of age story comes in. She's coming into her own. She's literally turning into a woman, and her father does not approve so much. But hey, what dad does want to see their little girl grow up. In the end, I think between the cinematography, the plot, the acting, and the sound design, which is also very well done, adds a lot of atmosphere to it. I think between all those aspects, this is a very watchable film. I'm very impressed considering it is an indie film. You don't usually get great indie films too often. You get very good ones, you get passable ones, but this has a lot of AAA qualities to it. Very well shot, very well done. I give it 4 out of 5. If you want more on the review, more details, check the link in the description, hit up my website at horrorshots.com, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and listen to the podcast, which comes out every Friday. So until next time.